Birthdays are for birth stories. Today, my firstborn turns 10. I officially have an adolescent. Can't believe I've been doing this for 10 years. I was, or I am, I was a very unlikely mother. I didn't even know I would have children myself, but here we are, 3 girls later. So that makes me a mother, I guess. When I got pregnant with Mallory, I was happy but very scared. It was my scariest time. Before that, I did not get pregnant that fast. Before that, I had ovarian cysts. So my chances at pregnancy were very limited. So when Mallory came, I was very excited. But also I was afraid of pushing. I was scared of pushing, but the excitement kept me going. But I also consoled myself that if 9-year-olds give birth, yeah, I'm a big girl. I was 31. Yes. I'm a big girl, I'll push. But I was worried for the entire time. And it was 6 months. Yes, 6 months of worry. Because I realized I was pregnant at 12 weeks. Because of my ovarian cysts, I was used to missing my periods, sometimes up to 6 months, and I was not pregnant. So this time when my periods didn't come, I was like, it's the usual. I was really used to missing my period to a point that if I didn't miss them, I felt bad. Yeah, I knew if I had my periods this month, I'd miss for a month at least, sometimes 2 months, sometimes 3 months. The longest was 6 months. And when I missed for 6 months, that is when I went to the hospital and I was found to be having ovarian cysts and hormonal imbalance. So on this occasion, I missed my periods. So I knew it was the usual because we had tried earlier and we were not successful. So it was off my mind. I didn't want to stress myself with that because I knew my chances were slim. So I started these things of exercise, I think, so early, way before even when I did not need it. So I was working out in 2012. I was majorly doing, I was skipping rope. Yes, I was skipping rope. So on this day, I skip and then I feel something underneath my belly. And I'm like, could that be something? Yeah, because I had missed my period for 3 months. And also what made me go test was the fact there was a day I went to my sister's place and I love omena. I'm almost vegan, but the only thing that will make me not be a vegan is omena. So on this day, I go to my sister's place they've made omena, and I feel nausea. So that was another trigger. So I said, okay, I should go and test this thing. So I went and tested and it came out positive. I was happy, as I said, but very worried because pushing. I'm like, that tiny place, how is that baby going to come out? And for all the 3 children that I've had, my worry is always the pushing. So during this period, after that, I had no nausea. I ate everything. At some point, I was taking chips and ice cream. But one thing that my baby loved and still loves up to now was chapati and maharagwe. Anytime I would take chapati and maharagwe, she would kick. When I just took the first bite, I don't know how she felt it. Even before I swallowed that first bite, I was kicked. I would just stop and stare at my tummy for like 5 to 10 minutes. She was kicking, she was happy, she loved it from the tummy. So when she came out, of course, that is what she loves, chapati and beans. When she was younger, when we'd go to parties or go somewhere, there would be food. There would be rice, there would be maybe pilau, there would be chapati, but in most cases, there was no beans. So she would ask, Mommy, can I have chapati and maharagwe? Then I would tell her, my dear girl, in most of these parties, there's no beans. So I think after some time, she got used to it, that there are no beans at parties. By the way, you people should remember people who love beans like us. Yeah. When you call me for an occasion, please make sure you have beans. Just a little bit. I love my beans. Yeah. So, and I think my children too love beans. Maybe not as much as I do, but they love it. And so during that pregnancy, I loved listening or watching parliament proceedings. Yeah. They were from Tuesday to Thursdays. I would not miss. And one person I liked watching so much was Millie Odhiambo. When she was not there, I was not happy, but I would still watch. But when Thursdays came, I was sad because I knew I would not see the parliament proceedings, I would not see the arguments until Tuesday. That was 3 days of not seeing those people. Yeah, I think no wonder my baby is very argumentative. I think that's why she's mtetezi. Yeah. And another thing that took me through this pregnancy was this song by Sarah Kay that goes, kwani ni jambo lipi hilo yeye asiloliweza. Let me sing that. Kwani ni jambo lipi hilo yeye asiloliweza. Liseme litaje. That one. I would listen to that song every single day. In those days, YouTube used to have repeat. So I'd put it on repeat until Parliament came. The Parliament session started, then I would put it off, then watch Parliament proceedings. Another thing that took me through my pregnancy was this artist called Ferregola. There was this album that had songs that went, I can't sing them. I would listen to that album I'd dance to it, the whole album. I think there were 10 or 15 or 12 songs. I would dance to it. And by the way, my baby is a very good dancer. Mallory is a very good dancer. So I would dance to it, then listen to Sarah Kay, then listen to Parliament proceedings. On the days that there were no Parliament proceedings, I would dance and then listen to Sarah Kay and go on with my daily duties. And then when the day for pushing came, I was scared. So we went to the hospital. I started feeling labor pains. Our EDD was on 6th of October, and she came on 6th of October. So she kept time. So we got to the hospital at around, 4, 5 in the morning. We get there. I was 6 centimeters dilated. Very happy because I knew 10 is close by. Little did I know that those 4 centimeters would take the whole morning. So we go and I am checked and I am 6 centimeters. And by the way, that checking is very intrusive. All these years, surely, can they find a way of doing it without it feeling so bad? It is very intrusive. And if you come at around 4 like I did, by the time you are giving birth, it's a different doctor. Some of them I don't want to say, it is very intrusive. Let me say that, and it is not a nice thing. So I start to labor. So as I start, I had these songs that I was singing. First, I told myself, we shall overcome. Yeah, as the labor pains came, I told my child, we shall overcome. All this time, this baby is just jumping inside here. She doesn't want to go down. So I dilate until around 7 centimeters. That is around maybe 10, 11. At 12, I go again for another check. And they tell me that the next check will be at 6 in the evening. And I'm like, now I stopped singing my song, the one I was singing, that we shall overcome. And then I asked God, why did it have to be this long? Why does it have to be this long, God? And by the time, in between my labor pains, I would sleep. That sleep is very sweet. I'd sleep even for 5 minutes. Then the labor pains wake me up. I dance, then I go back to sleep. I could not even eat. But I wish I ate. Because when it came to pushing, I could not push now because I was hungry and tired. I had to be given, is it dextrose? Yeah. By midday, I had been put on a drip because my baby refused to engage at 7 centimeters. So I was on a drip that would give me naps of 5 to 10 minutes at sleep. Then it comes, I wake up and walk around. Then at around 1, I remember the nurses there said that nyinyi wa mama leo mmekataa kuzaa. We were 4 of us. That was around 1. And at this time, I was asking God, Lord, why does it have to be this long? Will that 6 ever come so that I have my baby in my hands? Believe me, you by 2. All the 4 of us who are there dancing. At 2, we were rushing into the delivery room. We gave them work to do. For me, at this point, you hear people say that you remove your shoes. I had removed my slippers. I was barefoot, and my labor pains don't come with back pain. I just feel them at the front. I just feel my uterus at the front, and it's that pain like you're ovulating, but now it is on steroids. Yeah. So I go in. I don't have the strength to push. The nurse, I'm on the delivery table. I'm told, don't push the baby, but the baby is coming. I tell her, I'm not the one. It's the baby coming. And still, I don't have strength. And I'm told, this baby is too small. There's no point of us doing what? I don't know how it is called. Hakuna haja tukukate, mtoto ni mdogo, push. There was no strength. They tried to put for me the dextrose. The pain is too much. I can't settle, so they can't find a nerve. So there was no point. Nikambiwa now, you just have to push. Then I remembered my sister telling me that sometimes if you delay in pushing, you can have a baby. You can affect the baby. Yeah. They call it delayed second stage. I don't know. Let me not misrepresent things here. So I push. And my baby comes out. She was the tiniest at 2.7, but she was the loudest. She cried. And I was happy to have the baby and in my arms, and I cried after that. And a nurse came and told me, sasa wewe mama, sasa ndio unalia? Kamwambia, please just leave me. I'm happy to have my baby in my arms. Let me cry. I cried, and I was very happy. Usually, before babies, I was not someone who used to cry. But nowadays, I cry a lot. I don't know why. I don't know what they did to me, but I cry. It's good therapy. So, from then, I have been doing this for 10 years. She has been wonderful. She is wonderful. And she is giving me, what would say, a run for my money. She's teaching me how to raise myself. So when you raise yourself, that means there's a lot of conflict, but I have learned to be patient. That is what motherhood teaches you. Patience, and more patience.